Welcome to the Coin Curiosity channel. I am Redacted9line. Thank you for tuning in. What we're going to be going over today are a few of the coins that I had set aside from the loose change that were in those jars, that were in those containers in the previous video of the mid-20th coin collection purchase that I had done. So there was a significant amount of loose change, and rather than doing our normal procedure to where I flip through every single coin for you because of the volume of it, I went ahead and just sorted it on camera in that past video, and I had just set aside coins to do a further deep dive on. So what we had already put then into rolls, and I don't have them all, as a few of them were already taken to the bank, but we had 4 rolls of quarters. So we had $40 that we had taken to the bank, and then we had 4 rolls of dimes, so $20 worth of dimes that we had taken to the bank. So already we were at $60 from just that loose change. And again, if you watch that previous video, you'll be able to see that there was a significant volume. But the rolls that I had not taken yet, so we had 5 nickel rolls, so $10 worth of loose change nickels. We had 1 remaining roll of dimes, and then we had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18. Let's go ahead and get that. So we had 18 then rolls of pennies. And that was all that we had just, again, put into rolls that we don't need. So you can see that would have been a significant amount of, coins. And again, our normal routine that we like to do of showing each one as they're pulled out of the coin rolls. But because it was all loose change and needed to be sorted, we went ahead and just, sped up the process, if you will. But so that was 18 rolls, $9 worth of pennies, so there was a significant amount. So with that aside, with that recap, so now I just want to talk about, again, some of the coins that I had pulled aside, and some still need to be, again, looked at to see if we need them. But we did have, so the first coin was this bicentennial Kennedy $50. And there we have Independence Hall. So this was a Philadelphia minted $50. And there's the clad on the edge that we can see, not silver. But this was the only $50 that was in that loose change. So I love bicentennials. I have no idea why. They've minted so many of them that it's not that there are a rarity by any means, but perhaps it was just many sessions of going to the casino and getting $50 as you're playing some of the table games, or as a child going to get a haircut. And I remember it used to be $9.50, if I'm not mistaken. That's what it was for me. So you'd go up to the barber, and I remember my barber, I could give him $10, and they would give back a 50-cent piece. So perhaps there's just some nostalgia and some fond memories of why I like to keep all the $50. But that was the one that we had that came out of the loose change. So always good to get one of those for us. So next, some of the quarters that I had pulled out. Now, a few of these I just thought would be potentially better candidates to go into some of our coin books, or I possibly may have needed them. And we'll go ahead and do a check. So if I do, to pause and take a moment, it's because I'm just cross-referencing to see if I need these quarters to complete any sets, or if I had put them aside, as mentioned, just to upgrade. But we had this 1987 Philadelphia, and I do know that this one I had pulled aside just because I thought that it still looked in pretty good shape. Again, nothing that I would send in to get graded. It would just be, I'd just be throwing money away at that point. But I just thought that it still had a good look to it still. And if anything, I just put it in with the collection, and perhaps one day it will get sold because it'll appreciate in value, or I'll just give it to my nieces when that time comes. So 1987 Philadelphia, they did make quite a few, and we are 582,499,481. So that's why I set it aside, was just because of the condition that I liked it. That came out of that roll. Then we had another 1984 Philadelphia. And once again, this was from a color and strike perspective. 676,545,000 minted. We won't dwell on that one too much. Again, these are all fairly common quarters. 1981 Philadelphia. 601 million and change. There's the reverse. 1985 Philadelphia. 775 million and some change minted. But again, the strike is why I had preserved it. I believe that's why I had preserved pretty much all of these. So we'll just kind of go through them fast. So 1984 Philadelphia, again, 676 million. 1984 Denver. This one doesn't look as good as the other one, so I'm not quite sure why I did keep this one, but I did pull it out. So 1984 Denver. The 1984 Denver had 546 million minted. So when we're comparing the Philadelphia versus the Denver mint of 1984, the Denver mint had about 130 million less minted. So there's that little tidbit of information. All right, 1980 Philadelphia, 635 million. Again, I'm not. I won't give the exact mintages. Not really that critical because of how many they made. $1985 Philadelphia. Again, I just appreciated the strike and the color. Here we have a Denver minted bicentennial, and it was set aside because it's a bicentennial. I believe there's one more in here in the pile. 1985 Denver. 1986 Philadelphia. We have a Philadelphia bicentennial, $quarter, Washington obverse, the bicentennial reverse. To recap again, the main reason why I am doing this is just to show in its entirety, if you will, what we have searched and what we were able to get out of the coin collection purchase. So just providing that information. 1978 Philadelphia, 521 million. It looked pretty good compared to what you normally find. 1982 Philadelphia. I mean, one of the big pieces that I like to look at is how the lines look in the wig. Now, that's usually a factor for me that I like to look at. Again, it's subjective eye appeal. And then I also try to look to see how many, can you see the line hatches, the breast feathers on the eagle. So, and that was, again, 1982 Philadelphia, 500 million. The 1983 Philadelphia. 1985 Philadelphia. And the last quarter dollar that was pulled, 1990 Philadelphia. And this one was pulled as this one was probably, it's got a little bit of toning. Not sure if the color is helping it come through at all, but there is more of a, warmed, gold aspect to it. Let me try to bring in this one that we just looked at. So if we can see that, color change. So this 1990 had stuck out very well, of course, in all the quarters that we had searched. So that's why we had pulled it aside. So 1990 Philadelphia. So again, we didn't need any of these from a cross off the list perspective, but we'll probably put them in flips or upgrade some of the coin books that we have, and we'll continue to upgrade what we have in the collection. So the quarter dollars, the half dollar. We'll go ahead and finish off with the dimes, and then we'll make a supplementary video for the nickels and small cents, as there are quite a few. So it might take a little bit of time to go through those. So some of the dimes then that I had pulled aside. So this dime, I remember, was, well, because of how dirty it was kept for my wife, who likes to collect the dirtier coins. But it was in all the pennies. And again, we had 18 rolls of pennies that we had rolled. I mean, there was probably, I'm trying to think of what that, 1,100, 1,200 pennies basically total that we had gone through. So this one was stuck in there. But the 1967 dime, they made a few billion. Don't need it, but I did not know, as it was in with the small cents mixed in, so I had to set it aside. So there's that one that will go to the wife. 1965 Philadelphia, and we'll probably give that one to the wife as well. We'll be able to go through a few of these fairly quickly. So I believe the majority now of what I set aside, just like the quarter dollars, were because of how the dimes looked to me. And again, this is when they're compared to the other 400 dimes that they're mixed in, that the better ones of the lot, stand out. So you always like to put them aside, or I put them aside. So 1984 Philadelphia. None of these have any low mintages, so I won't really necessarily go over those. 1987 Philadelphia. Another 87 Philadelphia. 1971. We actually did need one of these to complete one of the sets that we were working on, so it was good to get this 1971. So that was a important find for us. 1985 Philadelphia. Another 1971. I think there's a few of these that I set aside because I did not cross them off as I had initially sorted them, but I will cross them off now that we are going through them together in this video. So there's another 1971. 1986 Denver. Ah, yes, the 1969. I needed one more of those bad boys, so it was good to see that one. 1969. Now, they actually had a low mintage for the 1969 and the 1971. The 1969, 145 million. The 1971 was 162 million. And then just for the comparative sake, like the 1971 Denver was 377 million. The 1969 Denver was 583 million. So it's why I've been having some difficult finding those, as the 1969 and 1971 Philadelphia saw very low mintages, comparatively speaking, within their years, or within those couple of decades, the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. 1986 Philadelphia. Again, just looked pretty good. Another 86 Philly. 84 Philadelphia. 84 Philadelphia. 86 Philadelphia. It's got a nice shine to it. Luster, as they say. 87 Philadelphia. 81 Philadelphia. 83 Philadelphia. 83 Philly, 82 Philly, 81 Philly, 82 Denver, 87 Philadelphia, 85 Philadelphia, 85 Philadelphia, 87 Philadelphia. And again, hopefully I'm not sounding too much like a broken record, but just in case, you're skipping forward through parts of the video, which is fine. That's something that I would do too. You kind of can speed through some of the parts of the video, but we're doing this just to show what I had set aside. So 84 Philadelphia, and I, with the exception of the 1969 and 1971, which I did need, the rest of these were just looked good to me. 85 Philadelphia, 85 Philadelphia, 85 Philadelphia. 1971, 86 Philadelphia, 87 Philadelphia, 86 Philadelphia. Everybody knows how hard it is that's been watching this channel of me getting the Philadelphias, because I'm on the West Coast. Not all the way on the coastline, but I'm on the West Coast. The other side of the Mississippi River. So I do like to try to keep some of those Phillies that I come across. 85 Denver. 84 Philadelphia, and 82 Philadelphia. So those were the dimes that we had that we will be putting in some of the coin books with the 69 and the 71. The rest of them will probably go into some coin flips and just preserved due to their, what I think the quality is, how I like them. And then we had also done the quarters. So coming up will be the quick nickel review, and then we'll get into the small cents, the pennies, which there were a few good finds in there, at least what I believe to be good finds, potentially some double dies, or they might be machine doubling. We'll be open up to interpretation, but we'll be going over those as well. So thank you for watching. I have been Redacted9Line for the Coin Curiosity channel. Any amount of time that you've been able to watch, if you like this content, is greatly appreciated. I understand that time is a valuable commodity. If we don't get more time, as every minute and every hour passes, so this fact that you're spending a little bit with me is a welcome, is a blessing, and again, is appreciated. Please don't forget to like the video if you did indeed like the content. Subscribe if you'd like to be up to date with some of the videos and when they are uploaded to the channel. I kind of lost my train of thought there. So yeah, please subscribe if you would like to know when new videos are being uploaded by me. And share with a friend, comment below, and I'll try to respond to any questions, any comments that you may have. So thank you for watching. Again, Redacted9Line for the Coin Curiosity channel. Thank you for watching. Take care.